Okay, to the cancel culture mobsters and the people that support cancel culture, why? Why do you support that? What is your ultimate goal? To destroy speech? To have everyone walking around saying the same things? To have no individual thought any longer? Is that your end game? Is that what you want? To have everyone walking around in Canada, hi, and it's like, I'm going to know what you're going to say, because we're only allowed to say certain things, because once we cross the line and we get the cancel culture mob after us, right? We get canceled. And what do you want to do? Destroy me, destroy him, destroy anyone that has an idea that falls outside yours. Dave Chappelle gets to speak. I, Jason Bard, get to speak. You get to speak. We all get to speak. You don't have a right to cancel me. I don't have a right to cancel you. You see, this is how we get progress in life. Okay, it's November 22nd, 2021. I'm in Hamilton, and if you've been following me, you know that this is the water capital city of the world. Okay, guess that song. I keep promising to play you the Extreme, you know, the band from Boston, Massachusetts, video clip that helped launch my entertainment career portfolio in Seoul, South Korea, Tokyo, Japan, and of course Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But on November 15th, 2021, Barry Thomas Bard's birthday. BT Bard, shout out to BT Bard, happy 76th. November 15th, 2021 was also the night Dave Chappelle came to Toronto, and I was there. Guess that song was there. I got off the drum kit again and grabbed the microphone, as you will tell. So I have to call this the Guess That Song Comedy Edition Part 2 Dave Chappelle in Toronto version. I had a great night. So I was off the drum kit again like I was in the previous video. And you're going to see me again off the drum kit grabbing the mic. And I promise the next video I will be off the drum kit grabbing the mic as well as I belt out an extreme song that you have to guess. All right. So that's all I got to say. And let's do a little panoramic view of Pier 4 Park in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And again, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada is the waterfall capital city of the world. And remember, we're not far from Toronto Union Station, where Dave Chappelle sold out the Scotiabank Arena. We are only 67 kilometers away. Remember, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Toronto. Come visit. You'll love it. See ya. Okay, so it's now November 12th. That's the 12th of November 2021. We're in Markham, Ontario, not too far from Toronto, and J-Town, Japanese town. You want to come check it out? All right, it's on Steeles Avenue. This is Steeles Avenue. You're in lovely Markham, Ontario, Canada, at the Japanese town, because I like to come here and get dinner once in a while. All right, see ya. So of course, when you come to J-Town, Japanese town, Japanese shopping center, you gotta find your place to park. And then you go in this little corridor of all Japanese things, all things Japanese, Japan. Here we go. Okay, so after you park, here's the entrance to the little corridor. That is J-Town, Japantown. The courtyard here. There's a little directory there. We got a little cafe here. Cafe Green Tea. Closes at 6. It's like 5:20, so we kind of gotta hurry a bit. Cafe Green Tea. Okay, J-Town. Just I think you know the keyboardist and the guitar player by now. And this is the bakery. All right. J-Town Bakery, Nakamura. Homemade bread, cakes, ice cream. All products are chemical free. Shouldn't that just be a given? Like, shouldn't all products be chemical free? Why is that even advertised? Anyway, Famu, the Japanese butcher, he's got that Kobe beef. A little pricey, but amazing taste. Natural meats, Japanese cuts. There's a little fountain there. I'm sure this fountain has the koi fish. J-Town by the Sea. Shopping center. Tora Sushi. Tora. Sasaki pastry. Like I said, lots of good eats here. It's all next to a Lexus dealership in lovely Markham, Ontario, Canada, not too far from Toronto. Looks like a restaurant here. Yeah, and this place closes down at 6 p.m. so it's probably around 5:30. Just gonna grab something to eat and go. Do you see a koi in there, a goldfish? Heisei Mart. Tanuki is the restaurant. If you like, I think there's like cosmetics and spices, and it's just like a little grocery store. All this stuff has been shipped in from Japan. Well, we have all this in Hamilton. We have a huge grocery store with all kinds of products, not just from Japan, but South Korea, the Philippines, all over Asia. There's an Asian mart there by Jackson Square Mall that you will be impressed. All right, we're back at the Japan Shopping Center in our little corridor here. All right, see ya. Hopefully this video has inspired you to come to Markham and visit J-Town. One more time. J-Town. Bye-bye. So this lovely lady here has said I can make a video. See all the meat. And that $102 for that one. 204. Got it. 160. Thank you. To the sea. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Tuna. All right, see ya. Okay, still November 22nd, 2021. Sorry, there's really nothing to say on Drummer's Corner other than go to Markham, Ontario, which is just outside Toronto, and check out JP Town, Japantown. Watashi wa Nihon no Nagasaki Shini no Nagasaki no Nagasaki Ken no Nagasaki Shini sunimashita. Watashi no ichiban tabemono wa Nagasaki Jampon desu to watashi no ichiban basho wa Megane bashi desu. Anata no furusato wa doku ni desu ka? Nihon ni watashi no furusato wa Nagasaki desu. Sayonara. And likewise, there are really no song hints to show. Again, it's November 22nd, 2021. Why? Because this was a freedom of speech rant. A freedom of speech rant. I really can't think of any keyboard, guitar, drum hint for that. But by all means, please go to the end of this video and check out the full clip from Rebel Media. See ya. And support Rebel Media. They're awesome. Bye-bye. All right, it's November 15th. I just talked to my dad. Happy birthday to Barry Bard, 76 years old. And why are all the people out here in Toronto? Who's playing here? Who has sold out Scotiabank Arena on November 15th, 2021? Dave Chappelle, that's who. Dave Chappelle. And he's leading the culture war. Okay, I shouldn't say because I'll probably get this video deleted. He's not leading, he's just part of the culture war. This is Rebel Media right outside the Scotiabank Arena on my father's birthday, November 15th, 2021. He's 76 years old. We had an awesome time. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes, okay. And it's Dave Chappelle tonight. Dave Chappelle has brought all these people here. He sold it out. This is November 15th, 2021. Everyone here is a Dave Chappelle fan. I don't know if Dave Chappelle might have set the record for the indoor attendance record here, because he can obviously get more people in this arena than a hockey game or basketball, because you got people on the floor. Dave Chappelle, unbelievable. Now I could go on and on and on about the culture war and cancel culture and all that kind of stuff, but I won't, because you know, we're just gonna try to have a good time tonight. But Dave Chappelle, unbelievable. Selling out the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. And the icing on the cake for me was seeing Rebel Media. This is awesome.
12 minutes after the show was supposed to start. As you can see, there are thousands of people.
T-shirts, woo!
All right, see ya. Dave Chappelle gets to speak. I, Jason Bard, get to speak. You get to speak. We all get to speak.
Are there some people, I guess, that are off limits to when it comes to the comedy business these days?
Yeah. See, to be completely honest, I don't want to say something that's going to come out to get me. So I'm going to stay away from this type of conversation.
You don't have a right to cancel me. I don't have a right to cancel you. You see, this is how we get progress in life.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto, and Dave Chappelle is in town to screen his untitled documentary here at Scotiabank Arena, and lo and behold, members of the radical transgender community, they are not happy. You know, it used to be that when you didn't like a performer, you changed the channel, but now that it's 2021, nothing short of an economic death sentence suffices. You may recall when Dave Chappelle's special on Netflix, The Closer, debuted, members of the transgender community lost their minds. Evidently, you're not allowed to make transgender jokes. Even though, I have to be honest, folks, when I watched the special, they weren't so much jokes as observations. I didn't find anything remotely offensive, but when it comes to the radical trans movement, well, I'll tell you something. Remember back in October 2019 when Megan Murphy was at a Toronto library? They came out en masse to cancel her. Check it out.
Trans rights are human rights. We will not be silent. We are not afraid.
Hate speech isn't free! Hate speech isn't free!
How can you claim that someone's transphobic for wanting to speak up about things like women being sexually assaulted in prisons or being sexually assaulted in homeless shelters? Like, how can you just try to shut people down and say, no, you're transphobic? Phobia is a fear, an irrational fear of something. We are not in fear of you.
Well, the good news is, despite that show of force, despite that transgender temper tantrum, the library did not cancel the show. And hey, hats off to Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. They are having the show go on even though there's been all kinds of pressure put on them to, yes, cancel Dave Chappelle. In any event, we're going to try to speak to some of the fans that are coming here. I'll tell you this, folks, this show is SRO, sold right out, standing room only. And let's see what some of them have to say about Dave Chappelle and the attempt of the cancel culture mob to eradicate him. Why is the cancel culture mob out to silence Dave Chappelle?
I don't see them.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know who those people are. I just think he's hilarious, and I'm here to support him.
It's a shame, and I don't know where these people come from. If you were born in Canada, you are not Canadian. That is anti-Canadian. It's anti-Western. Maybe you should be like me, travel the world, and go see what living under tyranny is truly like.
Are there some people, I guess, that are off limits to when it comes to the comedy business these days?
Yeah, see, to be completely honest, I don't want to say something that's gonna come out to get me, so I'm gonna stay away from this type of conversation.
Dave Chappelle gets to speak. I, Jason Bard, get to speak. You get to speak. We all get to speak. You don't have a right to cancel me. I don't have a right to cancel you. You see, this is how we get progress in life.
They're going after Dave Chappelle. No one's off limits. No one's safe, okay? Watch out, all right? If you're a comedian.
Okay, to the cancel culture mobsters and the people that support cancel culture, why? Why do you support that? What is your ultimate goal? To destroy speech? To have everyone walking around saying the same things? To have no individual thought any longer? Is that your end game? Is that what you want? To have everyone walking around in Canada, hi, and it's like, I'm going to know what you're going to say, because we're only allowed to say certain things, because once we cross the line and we get the cancel culture mob after us, right? We get canceled. And what do you want to do? Destroy me, destroy him, destroy anyone that has an idea that falls outside yours. Dave Chappelle gets to speak. I, Jason Bard, get to speak. You get to speak. We all get to speak. You don't have a right to cancel me. I don't have a right to cancel you. You see, this is how we get progress in life.
I think if there's anything worse than censorship, it's self-censorship.
For sure. No, I completely agree with that. And at the end of the day, you can't make every single person happy. Yeah. With every decision I've ever made, there's always been someone that's like upset about it. So like, at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
Again, why? Like, do you want me living on the street, homeless, having no way to make money? Is that what you want from people that disagree with you?
What Dave's trying to do is he's talking about it because there's a conversation to be had, and if people are getting mad, then that means there's a conversation. He invites the controversy, but he doesn't think there's a need to be canceled for it. Let's take it to the extreme.
Folks, if you think I'm exaggerating about how the COVID protocols in terms of the vaccine passports is making life miserable, it is now 7:30. There are hundreds of people inside Scotiabank Arena waiting to get out. There are actually a couple of thousand outside. Dave Chappelle is here today.
Yeah.
And he's made observations, jokes that has offended some in the radical transgender community, and they want him canceled. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he screwed up big time, and this is ridiculous.
Oh, so Dave Chappelle screwed up big time by making...
Oh, yeah. Well, why would you say that shit, man? Like, I know everybody on the street, and I'm not going to put down nobody.
I think it's all silly.
Well, I'm not following it too closely. Like, it's comedy. I watch the shows. They're not offensive as far as I'm concerned.
Did you see his last show, sir?
Of course, I've seen every one of Chappelle's show.
Did you see anything remotely offensive in that last show? Because
it's not a comedy show.
Okay, then. And even if comedy is offensive, does anyone really have a right not to be offended?
No, freedom of speech.
Well, he's speaking of his own personal experience in a comedy format. I don't think he's political in that sense. So, and his views, he has friends of all sorts. So.
Well, folks, as you can see, as the night gets later, still so many hundreds of people waiting to get in. That's the new reality when it comes to the Vax Pass. But a couple of sad observations. One is we were going around prior to people getting in line to get into the Dave Chappelle show. You would think that Dave Chappelle fans would be full of bluster when it comes to taking a stand against the cancel culture mobsters, but no, so many people said to me, listen, we love Chappelle, we love Rebel News, but I can't come on camera because I run a business and I don't want to be segregated. I don't want to be pointed out by the cancel culture mob and have my livelihood destroyed. Such is the sad, sad reality of 2021. And although we didn't encounter any protesters as part of the Spirit Unicorn community, Pride Toronto issued a release condemning the Dave Chappelle show here in Toronto. And it's very funny, isn't it, folks? It's perversely ironic to me that the LGBT community for decades has asked for more acceptance, more tolerance. And yet when you have Mr. Chappelle make jokes or makes even observations about certain members of that community, there is no tolerance, there is no acceptance. He should be canceled. He should be given an economic death sentence. I guess when it comes to the alphabet soup community, or at least the radical elements of it, acceptance and tolerance in 2021 is a one-way street. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Folks, can you imagine what's happened to our once great Dominion? Mandatory vaccine passports, get the jabs or lose your jobs, and not even get employment insurance. We think that's wrong. We're fighting back in the court and amassing signatures on a petition. Please go to fightvaccinepassports.com. That's fightvaccinepassports.com. Sign the petition, and if you're in a position where you can give a contribution, please do so.